Hey everyone, and welcome to another episode of Rhapsody Radio. Today's special guest is Mr. Hecht,
Hey!
the Director of Bands at Allentown High School. Mr. Hecht, thank you for joining us.
Oh, it's my absolute pleasure.
Yeah, so why don't you introduce yourself to everyone?
So as Elena said, my name is Mr. Hecht. I am the band director. I'm in charge of the band. I teach the band class. I teach the marching band. We also have a music theory and music technology class that I teach, and a whole bunch of small ensembles in the jazz band, and also just having fun doing things like this. Yeah.
All right, so today's episode, we're going to just talk about the band program as a whole. So, can someone with no prior experience in band join the band program?
Absolutely not. No. Absolutely. Anyone that wants to join the band program can join the band program. Obviously, it helps if you have experience on an instrument, but we are happy to teach you. I am happy to teach you. I'm speaking in the we, but I am happy to teach you if this is something that you want to be a part of. Come on in, let's get you a part of it. If you've never played a French horn and you don't know what a French horn is, let me teach you what a French horn is and let me teach you how to play that French horn. So yeah, you don't need experience.
Yeah, because I didn't know how to play trombone, and then
You
I
did
learned,
not.
and then I joined the jazz band.
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah, and this brings me to my next question. Do students need to own their own instrument, or can they borrow one from the school?
For the most part, we've got instruments here for you. We have ways of figuring things out, especially if you want to play a low brass instrument like a trombone, a tuba, if you want to play a trumpet, if you want to play a French horn, even a tenor sax or bari sax. We've got those instruments here for you. I'd say if you're a flute, a clarinet, or an alto sax, that's something that you can either rent or if you own, even better. But the bigger instruments we've got, and happy to hand them to you, the smaller woodwind instruments are the only ones that we don't keep here.
So if students would like to learn or try multiple instruments, can they do so?
Absolutely. As you said, you learned trombone. Elena is a flautist, if you don't know this at that point. But she's a flautist and wanted to pick up a second instrument that could allow her to participate in the jazz band. So she chose to play and learn trombone, which is a bonus, by the way, as I just mentioned. We have those here. So it's not something that she had to financially invest in and can take it home and learn it.
Right.
So yeah, you can definitely try out instruments. Obviously, the preference will be for you to become an expert on one primary instrument. So Elena's primary instrument is flute, and she's an expert on it. But she picked up that trombone and is working really hard on that and is really good now.
In addition to improving one's musicianship, what other skills can one develop by being a part of the band program?
Oh, so teamwork and just being a part of a group is a big thing that we talk about with being part of the band program. And this is marching band, this is concert band. In a math class, if you get a 100, that's great for you. If you get a 60 on a test, that's bad for you. But in concert band or in marching band, if you perform at a 100% level, that's great for you. But if your neighbor's performing at a 60% level, that's also not great for you. So we learn to rely on each other and learn to help each other and work as a team. We listen to each other. So if I'm a trumpet player in the back row, I'm listening to the flutes in the front row. We're all relying on each other, and it's that type of teamwork and bonding and just participating as a group and working to build something as a whole that I think is a big thing that we talk about and learn in the band program, aside from just musicianship. And we do work on musicianship through that, but yeah, learning to be a team is very important. We also learn time management skills as well, because if you're someone like Elena or some of the other people in the band program who participate in most of our ensembles, the month of May was pretty busy for you.
Yeah.
You were at a lot of different rehearsals, a lot of different practices, and learning how to manage your time so you can also get your homework done is very important. And you know what? Most people are successful at that. Most people have higher grades, would you say, during the band season, just because of so much time management that you're like, all right, now I do my homework. Now I do this. Now I go to rehearsal. Now I finish my homework. So
even during a typical marching band season in the fall, you can ask other students for help with your homework who have maybe already taken those courses.
Yeah, the band hall right outside of our room here is my favorite place during the marching band season. Most people don't go home in between school and band. They just stay and hang out, and they bring food in, and they all do their homework, and they help each other out with their homework, and it's a cool community. Yeah,
definitely. So would you recommend someone in band to take classes such as music theory or music technology as well?
Yeah, absolutely. If I were an incoming freshman, I'd definitely just start with band class. And then my preference for the order of those classes is to take band class all 4 years, because you're going to take band class all 4 years.
Like me.
Like Elena.
Yeah.
And while you do that, you mix in and maybe take music theory your sophomore, junior year, and then music tech 1, followed by music tech 2. So that's the order. If you're really not interested in music theory, you can skip right to music tech. But you can take all of the courses, definitely.
And do you want to just kind of briefly explain what each of those courses are?
Yes, so music theory is the study of how music is written, and I give you the basic building blocks of writing your own music. So we talk about chords and notes and playing multiple notes at the same time, and basically study the process of making music and writing that music. For music technology 1 and 2, we learn about sound systems, we learn about digital music, we learn about composing digital music, we learn about podcasting, which is what we're doing here.
Yep.
We learn about sound effects and copyright and really just everything to do with digital music, and that's our music technology class. And then the music technology 2 is obviously a follow-up of all of that, just a more advanced level.
So, as this episode comes to a close, it was like a rapid-fire episode.
Oh, we might talk for a minute or two after this. Keep going. Yeah.
Okay. Well, as we wrap this up,
are
there any final words that you want to share with those at home who might be interested in joining the band program next year?
So, I want to wrap that statement up by asking you a question.
Okay.
How has the band program affected you as a person?
Oh, it's changed me in so many ways. Just having the opportunity to work with such passionate, motivated musicians. Before I came into high school, I had never done anything like marching band before. I had no idea what to expect, and I was really nervous coming into the band. But then once I came into the band and met all the people, met Mr. Hecht, and just saw what a accepting community this is, I felt right at home. And I just became very motivated by their passion and devotion to this organization, and I just worked hard these 4 years to become the best musician I could. Yeah,
that's what I would say. It's a community. We are a family. We like to say that we're a family, and we are here for each other, and we are all each other's friends, and we work hard together, and we have successes together, and we have not successes together, whatever the opposite of not successes is, failures. But we work hard as a team and a family, and that's something that I don't know that you can get at a lot of different places at the school. There's a lot of great activities here downtown, but the family that this band is and the team that this band is something that's really, really special, and you won't regret it. I don't regret it. I love my job. I love coming every day. Those that know me or know that I'm the first person to be in the parking lot, and usually the last person to leave in the day. Sometimes we're here at 7 a.m. and I'm not leaving until 2 a.m. and it's because I love what I do, and I think everybody else loves what they do when they're here. And it's an amazing experience. But yeah, it's been real, Elena.
Yeah.
It's she's graduating.
Yeah.
Right now.
This is the last.
She actually already graduated 2 days ago. It's already happened.
Yeah, I didn't even need to come here today.
Yeah, it's wild.
I did.
Yeah. So.
But and with that, this podcast is a wrap. So, Mr. Hecht, thank you again for joining me this episode. It's wonderful having you here.
It's been an absolute pleasure. I think what we should do on the podcast, I'm famous for these, is take a selfie.
Okay.
We got our cool shirts and our cool hats. Play it forward.
Uh-huh.
And I'm always doing this. Here we go. And...
Oh, wait.
There it is.
Yeah, that's the podcast. All right, everyone at home, thank you for joining us this episode and for joining us on this podcast journey. It's been a wonderful time. So, because this is probably going to be the last episode, have a wonderful summer, and I hope to see some of your faces in the band program in years to come.
Me too.
So, bye.
Bye, guys.